What is going on, you beautiful people? Jason here from Mystical Tomes. So sorry that I've been gone for over a month. A lot of things have been going on. A lot of projects have been getting started and almost finished up. And I'm also going back to college. So bear with me. What I wanted to say was I appreciate all the new subscribers. I'm really happy about that. I love every single one of you guys. And just to say that, get this off started, we're going to be watching top 15 scary videos that remained unsolved. And this is also owned by Chills. I'm just doing a reaction video on here, so just as a quick disclaimer, I do not claim to own any property, any ownership of this video. I am just doing a reaction based on this. We've seen Chill's stuff before. He has a lot of good content. If you guys want to watch that, go check out his channel. Show him the same love you guys showed me. And as always, if you guys like the content I make, go ahead, hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, and let's get started.
Could be a detective? Well, let's see if you can figure out the answers to these mysteries, because these top 15 scary videos remain unsolved. Number 15, Tesla Ghost. Do Teslas have spiritual powers? Ask Elon Musk. Published by Heather's Aesthetics and More in June of 2021. Heather claims she was driving her Tesla Model 3 when its camera detected spirits in a cemetery.
Okay, so that's actually really interesting. Technology actually, through the last couple of years, it picks up a lot of different frequencies and a lot of different electronic phenomenon. What I want to know is if anyone could tell me if that Teslas can do this or if it's just a glitch in the system. That's what I want to know. So if you guys can let me know, that'd be great in the comment section down below. But this is very interesting so far.
The group is sitting in her car facing a cemetery when scary little people figures appear on the Tesla's camera screen. The screen shows two adult figures walking, then there's no one there. Then a dog figure appears. This prompts one of the people in the car to get out and investigate. His figure is immediately picked up by the sensor, while the two other figures remain on screen as well. A moment later, a child figure pops up right next to the man and then disappears.
Yeah, see, this is why I will never go into a cemetery and investigate anything. These people, kudos to them, not going to do it. I like life, and like I said, you gotta be really safe and careful about these situations, because you gotta be careful if you're walking on a grave, tombstone, if you are bothering like a malevolent spirit that is buried, it could follow you home. Any kind of spirit can follow you home. It just depends on the intention of that positive or negative energy. So, no thank you.
Other figures disappear as well, but they reappear briefly again. Is this just a tech glitch, or does this device recognize the spiritual world? Number 14, Superman. Have you ever seen Superman in the flesh? Well, you're about to. Published in November of 2012, this mysterious video shows a car slowly spinning out of control on an icy road in Russia. Men in the video are standing around waiting to slow it down before it hits the cars parked on the other side of the road. As it continues to slide, two men attempt to slow its speed but are pushed out of the way like cardboard cutouts. But then, just as it's about to slam into a parked car, one man appears out of nowhere, takes two quick strides toward it, and places both hands on the car's trunk, bringing it to a sudden halt.
So, with that is actually really cool. I couldn't explain this even if I wanted to, but from what I'm gathering, he is either the momentum of the car going down the hill on that sleek, icy road finally came to a standstill, or that man's just frickin' Russian. It's standard, typical Russian. Oh, you have broken car sliding down the road? Don't worry about it. I will stop it. And then that's basically what you have to deal with. And I've seen this happen in Washington. That's where I live. You have a small little Russian dude. He walks over there, car sliding, or it's not moving. He pushes it. It starts moving. It's crazy. But yeah, much love to the Russians in this video. That's crazy.
Everyone erupts in cheers and applause, and then the Super Russian disappears, never to be seen or heard from again. Well, we couldn't find any more info about him. Number 13, Bride Ghost. Do you take this ghost to be your wife? Published in September of 2020, this team is looking for their bride, and they find her. Well, out deep in the forest, a bride dressed in a sparkling coral.
Okay, I'm going to call cap on this if this person literally is just a person wearing a bed sheet. I'm talking about a person wearing just a sheet, or they CGI'd it in. I don't know. We'll find out.
Veil appears. They race toward her around a tree, but by the time they reach it, she's vanished.
Okay, I like how they did that. The guy basically moved just enough so the person looks like they're completely gone. Or they could have phased that person out because they were wearing white or green. And you could just hit the chroma key button and then phase it in or out. Not saying they did that, but if they overlapped the film, you could easily have gotten that same result. So, the only reason I know that is because I just discovered how good chroma key is. So, it could be real.
Is this just another case of cold feet, or are they the very cold feet of a ghost? Runaway bride or not, it takes mad skills to disappear into oblivion. Number 12, Miracle in Turkey. This miraculous event was caught on camera in Adana, Turkey. A tradesman was working in front of his shop to fix a counter. If he continued as he was, he could have had his life taken by a passing truck whose back swung open. Instead, he ducked. Why? Because some random stranger passed.
That dude literally just pulled the frickin' Matrix on him. On that. That's just crazy. I couldn't imagine just trying to fix a window or any kind of appliance or anything to do with a business, and all of a sudden I see that giant swinging back of a door hitting me. That'd be done for me.
By touched his shoulder in warning. This caused this man to look towards the speeding pickup truck whose box lid had opened out to the side, and
that was literally his guardian angel. I'm sorry I keep on stopping. I just want to keep adding more input on this. It was literally a guy looking out for him, like he knew it was going to happen, saying, hey, watch out for this truck. It was a guardian angel. So that's crazy.
In a split second, the man ducked for cover, just missing being hit by inches. After the scary event, the tradesman said that the man had told him, look behind you. The stranger had not even turned back to look himself, nor was the truck back open until after he'd warned him.
That's what I want to know.
This man somehow knew this incident was going to happen before it happened. Was it intuition or a guardian angel caught on camera? Number 11, Paranormal Activity. Have you ever seen something levitate? Published by Mr. Cool in September of 2021. This scary video caught several unusual things on camera. First, the door of a tall clock swings open on its own. Next, a cat sitting near the wall of a storage area is alerted to activity going on behind it. It turns to stare with glowing eyes when a push cart starts to move. A moment later, the cart begins to lift off the ground, while the cat crouches in the attack position.
Yeah, you can't fake that. A cat, if it saw a human being moving that thing, I've owned 2 cats, I know how cats are, they'd be like, okay, that's cool. That's cool. We don't care. You can do whatever you want with that. But when you seriously do that to a cat, they'll just run away, but that thing is looking intently. Look at that thing. It is rocking back and forth. And those dollies, they weigh anywhere from 20 to 30 pounds, depending on how big of a doll you want. And they make a decent amount of ruckus, especially if they're on carpet or on tile. And if that cat is looking intently, something's there. If it was a human being, it wouldn't care. It'd be like, alright, bye. It wouldn't care.
Another video in the same storage area catches something pale and vaguely transparent peeking in and out from behind one of the windows to the next room. Did this unknown being cause the pushcart to levitate? The mystery remains unsolved. Number 10, Poltergeist Problems. Think you have the place to yourself? Maybe you're not alone after all. Published to Toppy in September of 2021, the scary video follows 4 nights spent with a poltergeist. The team installed security cameras around their haunted house and then they simply waited. Here's what they found. Well, one of the team is standing in her robe, clipping her fingernails. An unsettling noise is heard behind her. She turns around and presumably sees nothing but hurries out of the room.
Yeah, no, that would... I don't know if you guys know this, for those who are new watching my channel, I live in a haunted house. When you hear a thump and you're the only one in the room and you know nothing's going to fall down, it kind of puts you on a little bit of an edge. No, thank you.
Later in that same room, the armored door creaks open on its own in the middle of the night.
That's a nope for me.
A strange hissing is heard, and it seems to disturb the man sleeping in the room.
No, I'm getting goosebumps just hearing that. No, thank you.
In another room of the house, a camera captures a thumping noise. The note reads that the sound was coming from the bathroom. Shortly after, from the same camera, another noise is heard, this one coming from the kitchen. This house has one or two many bumps in the night, and its mystery remains unsolved. Number 9.
Yeah, no, that's not joking. As we break this down, could someone fit in there? Yes. But if there's a whole bunch of small shelving and it's nailed there, how can you explain that? Could you put an audio thing on there? Yeah, sure, could you? Could it be possibly just haunted? Absolutely. But that was amazing. You hear a hissing, you hear several different thumps throughout the whole entire house, and the woman looked genuinely startled by the first thump. So yeah, it's all entirely possible.
Lady in Black. If you see a lady in black, don't stick around. Published by Franco TV in September of 2021. This overnighter at a creepy witch camp has Franco seeing this lady out. While at the creepy camp, Franco is standing in the darkness looking toward what appears to be a fountain. With his flashlight on, a figure dressed in all black appears to move just beyond the fountain to the right before Franco turns his flashlight off.
No, I saw that plain as day. If I saw that, I would be gone. Here's the thing a lot of people don't understand. These people, regardless if it's cap or not, they literally put their lives into danger for no reason except for getting views and have you guys enjoy their content. More freaking respect out to them. However, sometimes when you're just genuinely trying to freaking research a place and you are not knowing that these kind of people are there, that tells you something.
Can you see it? In examining some of the photos that people have, Franco comes across the saying, an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Cue the chills. Displayed in glass shelves, Franco examines these scary objects, skulls, a phrenology head, a Ouija board, and other creepy odds and ends. Later, while wandering around the neighborhood, a creepy omen appears, a black cat. What does this mean for Franco's immediate future? While continuing to wander, a ghostly mist floats into Franco's path. It appears in the shape of a figure. Not long after, a strange wailing voice can be heard in the darkness.
Hold on, let's rewind that a bit. Yeah, that's Franco frickin' breathing, my guy. That is Franco breathing. If you've ever heard him going, "Oh, did you hear that?" It's the same. I've watched a shit ton of frickin' Franco TV. That's Franco TV right there talking.
Fast forward a bit, and Franco crosses paths with an old man dressed in a black hooded cape who looks to be getting something out of a vending machine.
I just found the person right there.
While this may seem like nothing, as Franco is signing off at the end of the video, he hears a distant scream.
I will see you.
Although it's
that's more than faint. He's actually probably trying to recognize what the hell that was. If I heard that, I would not go investigate it. I'd be like, all right, well, now that's happened, I'm going to definitely sign off, and I'm going to get to my car as soon as possible.
Faint, that scream is bone-chilling. Is it the lady in black, or just someone else looking for chills?
But you just said it was a man you just said it was a man in a black cloak. Didn't he just say that? I'm pretty sure he did just say that, didn't he?
Night. Number 8, House of the Churchyard. A house that's located in a churchyard. What could go wrong?
A lot.
Published by Dark Mystic in September of 2021, this scary paranormal investigation is about to send you running for the hills while exploring a dilapidated house near a Russian churchyard. This man hears a bump in the night. It starts off small, a thump from something unseen.
So here's the thing about haunted locations. I'm never going to go in one. Even though I live in one, subtract that, I'm not going to physically demand myself to go into one unless I actually do all the research. Now, that bump in the night could be several different things. For one, it could be actually a human being stalking you, or a larger animal, such as a lynx, a mountain lion. It could be a number of different things. Even Sasquatch, who knows, right? But a ghost, yeah, it could probably be all that too. Probably is a demon. If it's manifesting that much energy to make such a loud thump, or if it's just an evil ghost, could be a number of things.
But then it's loud enough to rattle the camera and shake the room.
That's more than a thump.
It then sounds like something is being thrown across the room. And later, a cupboard door swings open and closed.
No.
Later, an EVP device tells the ghost hunter to look in Russian.
Смотри.
He wonders what he should be looking at, but hears a sound like a snap.
Смотри.
In another room, a strange rattling sound is heard on camera. Later, as he continues to talk to the device, the liquid in the teacup seems to jump. As he keeps up the conversation with the spirits, something rattles and shakes in the wardrobe nearby.
Добра не жди.
Yeah, see, that is no way a ghost right there. That is freaking consuming so much energy and putting out so much energy that cannot be just a normal ghost. That has to be a demon or some other kind of freaking entity that we don't know of, because that is a lot of evidence in one single video. Could it be staged? Sure, it could be. But with this, I'm not so sure.
At the same time, in the other room, a camera captures a deep rumbling.
Добра не жди.
Is there something living in this house in the churchyard?
Probably.
Perhaps the spirits aren't happy in the dirt. Number 7, saving the girls. This paranormal team is setting out on a mission to save the spirits of the girls who once lived in this abandoned farm. Published in September of 2021, these ghost hunters are about to uncover a mysterious and dangerous truth while investigating the rundown hovel. The vicious spirits that are also present are immediately out for their lives. One throws a piece of corrugated metal down on one of the hunters.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. A heavy piece of corrugated steel, yeah, that's gonna hurt slightly. That did look like it fell down, however, but if you also look down at the very bottom right here, he's stepping on boards right there. Could have now easily, just somehow, it's laying on a broken down pallet, and he stood on it, and if he tilted it and it landed, abso-frickin-lutely, it could be possible. However, it didn't look like any of the other pieces of corrugated metal moved. Could that have been just the only one? Sure. However, that went down with a lot of force. So, I'm not so sure.
The metal was leaning up against the wall a moment before with nothing behind it, while outside the home they hear creepy noises in the woods. Is someone stalking them? Later, while wandering around the premises, something is heard making a racket inside the house. The guys don't see anything and decide to continue on. While inside the building, they hear something that causes them to be quiet.
A única parte do chão que tá meio que...
What do they hear?
Eita.
Then heavier noises are heard, but it's not clear where they're coming from. Later, as they're communicating with the spirits via spirit box, an object in another room is thrown and breaks.
Yeah, here's the thing though. No. Absolutely not. I'm not going there. These guys are gutsy. They're going to be like, we're getting this for the views. We're staying around, even though there's like, you know, probably evil chanting happening around the house and stuff. I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be there.
Did the team manage to save these girls from this aggressive spirit? We can only hope. Number 6, Monster Stalks Man. What would you do if a monster 3 times your height came after you? Published by The Explorer Returns in May of 2021. This explorer returned to a creepy abandoned building at 1 a.m. and he returned alone, as Connor is in one of the...
Okay, why do you guys go by yourself? I don't understand that reasoning. Don't go by yourself. Please, I'm begging you. Please do not go by yourself. Safety in numbers. At least you have someone that knows where you were going. At least you know where you're going yourself. Make sure you have some kind of GPS tracking device with you, or put your locator on for your phone. Something. Don't go to these places by yourself. Whole bunch of different people that are paranormal investigators tell you do not go by yourself. Yeah, they still do it. So I don't understand why they do that. It's kind of redundant. But it adds for good content, so I can't really be griping too much.
The rooms, he finds a makeshift bed of cardboard under a table. While he's explaining this, a snapping sound is heard outside. He turns to the broken window, but there's nothing out of there but darkness.
That's his bed there under the table. Hello? Is there someone out there?
He also hears footsteps and a strange high-pitched noise.
Hello?
Taking all of this in, he decides to leave, and fast. He next searches through a large empty warehouse and encounters a random bathtub in the middle of the place. As he examines it, he hears footsteps again.
Just a random...
He again leaves in a hurry, but before he does, he turns back and says there's a huge animal down at the end of the warehouse that's triple his size.
I don't know what that is, but I need to get out of here now because that is like triple my size. Oh my, it's coming. Oh my.
As the unseen...
Okay. I'm not going to say the obvious, the elephant in the room here, but if it's an animal, it has a keen sense of smell. And I don't want to point at the obvious, and I don't want people thinking I'm insulting these creators. I'm not. It's just there's a lot of holes in their story. There's an animal 3 times their size, so you have a freaking saber-toothed tiger coming after you, or a bear coming after you, and they have a really good sense of smell, and you're gonna just like, oh my god, it's coming this way, and you're gonna keep turning around. I would be walking backwards and just keep occasionally looking behind me. I wouldn't do what he's doing. Just my opinion. I'm not insulting. I'm just saying that's what I would do.
Creature pursues him.
That's why you don't go by yourself.
Likely never to return to this place again. I just wish we could see this creature. Number 5, hospital room. Whose soul remains on bed rest in this abandoned hospital? Posted to TikTok, this creepy clip appears to be filmed in an old hospital room. In this room sits a wheelchair. It looks like...
For those who are still new, I don't go to freaking hospitals. I don't go to hospitals. I don't trust medical personnel. I don't. Just because I was in the Army for 3.5 years. If you get electrocuted, ibuprofen. Water, stay out of the sunlight. because the one time I was in a hospital, you get really creepy vibes like this in any empty wheelchair. You just feel like someone's sitting in the wheelchair no matter where you go. You always think someone's sitting in the wheelchair, and it could be possibly true. So no.
Like a pillow has been placed in its seat. It's unclear why, but the man in the clip is looking through the window at the wheelchair and panicking.
That is crazy though, how it slid down there though.
Ini suara teman-teman. Hah? Itu loh! Itu!
He tries the door to the room, which is firmly locked, before returning to the window. That's when he sees it. The wheelchair is moving on its own.
That's
it
crazy.
moves to the opposite end of the room where it stops and turns slightly.
So here's the thing, I'm pretty sure that's just a ghost of probably someone that passed away, and they're minding their own business, and they're hearing someone going, ah! Doing one of those things, and the guy's just like, seriously, can I just not roll my wheelchair in peace? Do you have to come frickin' bother me? And I mean, a lot of the case, that is the point. Because you hear it from a lot of psychics from paranormal shows, it's like, don't go bother the dead, because they want to be remaining dead, they want to rest.
The man runs away from the room, as many advise him in the comments of this video. It's probably best to leave this mystery behind where it
Very
belongs. Number 4. Jinn Run. Jinn are terrifying creatures, and this scary video is yet another proof. Published in April of 2019, this explorer finds himself face to face with the devil. As this explorer wanders around a decrepit house, he suddenly senses something in a room to his right. When he pulls his camera towards it,
I remember
a tile
this
is
video.
hanging out of the ceiling with a light fixture attached.
Bismillah! Bismillah!
Both are swinging all around. He enters the room, and a second later the door slams and he cannot get out.
له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض. Bismillah!
I've seen this guy and a couple other gentlemen's videos, and they have outstanding content, and I gotta say, seriously, I believe it. Because the amount of panic in their voice, either they're really good actors or this is legit. So, just all that paranormal activity. Him by himself in a very secluded place, I believe it.
It is locked tight. He tries repeatedly to open it. As he panics, he finally lets go of the door, and the lock is seen turning on its own.
الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما
That
في
is crazy
السماوات
though.
وما في
The
الأرض.
lock itself is
Once
moving.
unlocked, the door slowly opens. On the other side is nothing but darkness, but when he enters the next room, he is thrown to the ground. Is this Jinn just playing, or is this Jinn looking to take a life? Number 3, in the hallway. This creepy image is making our skin crawl.
Isn't that that reminds me of a movie, or that reminds me of Silent Hill PT? Because I watched it with Markiplier. Shout out to Markiplier. I'm saying, like, to Markiplier, if you ever watch Silent Hill PT from Markiplier or anyone else who has a large following, and you watch them play Silent Hill PT, that's what that chick looks like. So, I don't know.
Published on a Russian channel, we weren't able to track down the original source of this image or video. It appears to show someone who is not quite well, rambling down a hallway, veiled in shadow. The rest is left up to our imagination, but judging by the figure's unsettling posture and the tilt of its head, the effect is immediate chills. Notice the bottles of booze on the floor in the corner and the cans scattered across the hallway floor. Something isn't right here, and without any background information, the mystery remains unsolved. Number 2, old
Silent Hill PT.
wheelchair. Do you think old items can be possessed by the spirits
Yes.
of their former
Yes, I do.
owners? Posted to the r/ghosts subreddit by Trevor Bolin, this creepy old wheelchair certainly seems to have a history. The wheelchair in the video is partially obscured behind a shelf of old parts. It seemed moving a bit at a time. Filmed at his work, Trevor writes that only he and his general manager worked there, and the wheelchair was moving even before he started filming.
Yeah, I gotta say, that's pretty good evidence. This is being blocked so we can pretty much exclude any major wind force pushing that thing down there. All I gotta say is wow. Like that's all I can really say is just that thing barely moved. He went around the corner. No one was on that side. Now, could someone do it with a long 3-foot pole and nudge it a little bit? Yeah, probably. But I hope to God they don't do that. I mean, just for the authenticity of it. But I do believe that when a person dies in a certain object, or that they use or touch a certain object, I believe that they mark that object in either a good or bad way. Now, when I'm saying that is, they leave an imprint of themselves with that object. Could it be a ghost? Sure, why not?
To appease skeptics, he captured a second video that shows that he wasn't creeping around behind the shelves exactly. He filmed the first video as he was coming up the stairs, which is when he caught the wheelchair moving on its own. From its appearance, that wheelchair for sure has a history.
I bet it
As
does.
Redditor Mr. Meow02 remarks, that thing is creepy just looking at it. I couldn't agree more.
Oh, absolutely.
I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because we upload a new scary video every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, standing on a tree. This one is Defying Gravity.
I've seen this like 50
published by
times.
Scared Yet in September of 2021. This creepy video from the internet had us all scratching our heads. The short clip shows a tree in broad daylight, pretty normal, but oddly a figure that looks like a woman standing very still is perched on one of the tree's top branches. Whether the figure is real or fake, floating or somehow standing atop the tree or attached to it, the question remains, how did it get there? And more importantly, why? Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we have...
Yeah, so I've seen at least 50 videos of a woman or a man standing on a tree, and apparently that is, if I remember correctly, that is a wood spirit or some kind of spirit standing on top of a tree. Because think about it, you're on top of a tree where the branches are very, very brittle and thin. How would someone be standing on that, or even to make a platform on that, unless they had actually really good video evidence of it? But there's no physical way you could stand on top of a tree with very, very thin branches. And I'm talking very thin. I'm talking about like less than an inch in diameter. So that's just my input on that. You guys tell me what you think. If you liked my commentary, if you didn't like my commentary, let me know. Tell me what you think I should do for the next videos. And anyway, I love feedback from you guys. If you guys like my commentary, please hit the like, subscribe, and bell notification in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.